Hello everyone, our experiment today is O1, positive and negative lenses. The aim of the experiment is to determine the focal length of the positive and the negative lenses by the method of forming the image of the object by the lens and measuring it using the spherometer. Now we move to the basic theory. The equation of the focal length expressed by 1 over f equal to 1 over s plus 1 over x accent, which is f for the focal length, s for the object distance, and s accent for the image distance. The positive lens, or we call it convex lens, or known as the converging lens, in the figure A, notice that it is thicker at the center. And the next one is the concave lens, the negative lens, in the figure B. This is also known as the diverging lens, which is thinner at the center. Something important that you need to keep in mind is the focal length. For a converging lens, the focal length is positive, and for the diverging lens, the focal length is negative. Let's see the image of the convex lens, the figure A. The horizontal line is the principal axis. The focal length is half of the radius curvature of the lens. The S is the distance between the object and the center of the lens, so that this is the object distance. The image that formed in the screen could be in the right side or the left side, but in the picture is in the right side. The S is the distance between the center of the lens and the image formed in the screen. The image formed in the screen is the real image for the figure A. And the figure B, for the negative lens, it is placed in between of the positive lens and the screen, so that the image of the positive lens became the object of the negative lens, and this is the virtual object, and then the image will be the real image in the screen. The relation between the focal length with both radius of the lens, we have a mathematical expression for it. 1 over f equal to n minus 1 times the quantity of 1 over r1 plus 1 over r2. So let's step through this equation. The f here is the focal length of the lens. The n here is the refraction index of the lens, so depending on what material such as glass, Pyrex, various type of plastic that we make the lens. This will determine the value of n. The number 1 is the refraction index of air, so assuming that outside of the lens is air, that's why we put 1 there. If we put lens on the water, then instead of putting 1 in the equation, we will replace 1 with the refraction index of water. But in common cases, usually the lens will be exposed to air, so the equation remains as in this video. Moving along, R1 is the radius of curvature of the incoming side. So here in the picture, we assume the light come from the left side, which means the left side is the incoming side, has some radius of curvature as R1, and R2 is the radius of curvature of outgoing side, so the right side of the lens. The determination of the radius of the positive and negative lenses described in the schematic illustration as shown in the figure A and figure B. Please take a look on your textbook for a complete mathematical analysis and clear discussion of them. Material and tools: spherometer, and then positive lens, and also the negative lens, object lights, and the ruler for measuring the object distance and image distance, and also the screen to capture the image. The procedure. In determining the focal length of positive lens, the first one is we have to place the positive lens between the object lights and the screen, and then you have to slide the lens so that a clear and sharp image is formed on the screen as shown in the figure. And don't forget, you have to measure the distance from the lens to the object light as S, and then the distance from the lens to the screen as accent with the ruler. Please repeat the step 1 and 2 until 10 times for different lens position. The second part is to determine the focal length of the negative lens. Place the positive lens between the object light and the screen, then slide the lens so that it forms an inverted image, an inverted real image, and is about the same size of the object. And then place the negative lens between positive lens and the screen and measure the distance from the negative lens to the screen as S. Slide the screen so that a real, clear and sharp image formed by the negative lens appear. And also measure using ruler the distance from the negative lens to the screen, which has been shifted earlier as S-accent. And please repeat the above steps 10 times with the different lens position. Determine the focal length of the positive lens using spherometer. Notice the shape and the scale of the spherometer. The spherometer has 4 feet. The middle leg can be pushed up so that the needle on the scale board will rotate. Before using the spherometer, make sure that all 4 feet of the spherometer are at the same level. How to do that? You can place the spherometer on the flat glass if the legs are at the same level and the needle on the scale board is 0. It means that the spherometer is ready to be used. Place the positive lens under the spherometer with the position of the middle leg at the top of positive lens arc so that the middle leg is pushed as far as H. Then note the position of the needle. Determine the focal length of the negative lens using the spherometer. The first step is place the spherometer on the top of the flat glass, then align the 4 legs of the spherometer, then place the needle on the scale of 0. Then it means that the spherometer is ready to be used. And then take the negative lens and put under or the below of the spherometer, and also place the negative lens between the 3 side legs so that the middle leg is pushed upward and the middle leg is in the middle of the lens recess. Record the midfoot shift as H and also record the radius shift on the spherometer scale. And you have to remember that the H is the number of the needle shift scale times 0.01 millimeter. To determine the radius of the spherometer, we use an arcmeter, and also the spherometer is used to calculate the H, which is the H is the lens curvature in the flat plane. The data. The first data you will get, as you can see here in the left side, is the table for the data of image forming in the positive lens, and the right side is the table of the data of the image forming in the negative lens. Both tables have 10 repetition, and also you will have to determine the focal length by using this data. The S is the object distance and the S-accent is the image distance. And then here is the data measurement of lenses radius using a spherometer. As you can see in this table, you got 4 parameters such as H1, H2, Y and T. All of them is in millimeter. For positive lens and also for negative lens, you will get each value for each parameter, and from this number, from this value, you have to find and you have to determine the focal length for each lens. Here is your task. You have to determine the focal length f of the positive and negative lenses by the method of forming the image by the lens, and also the measurement result using the spherometer. Then you have to compare from both of the result. Okay, good luck for your report and see you in the next experiment. Thank you.